Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Doodle Robot, and today we're going to look at uh, coloring inspirations. This is Coloring Inspirations episode 2, and I find myself I'm at home, which is not really my home anymore. I'm in the process of moving, so I'm pre-filming 3 videos to be uh, let out at a later date to hopefully get me through the whole moving process, but I have very few books at home, and so I was thinking I wouldn't be able to do a coloring inspiration video, but then I thought of something. So we're going to do with that. We're going to do that. And as you probably see by the thumbnail, the inspiration is black and white. And I got that idea from my black and white book. This is Amazing Patterns in Doodle by Joseph Raby. And it's just a book that I have dedicated solely to be a black and white book. And people have hopped on the wagon. Carrie Kay's doing it. A couple of other people have told me they're inspired to do one. So I thought I'd put it out there just to not do a whole book, but maybe just do a page somewhere. So I just recently did this one, September 4th. So I'm in the process of moving. I'm, suffering from decision fatigue at this point and exhaustion, as I've been across the country. In 2 weeks I've driven like 3,000 miles and so many time zones and across the country and to Phoenix, and I'm packing, and I was just wandering around the house like a caged cat, just so keyed up. I decided I just needed to sit down and work in my black and white book. It's one color. I don't have to worry about colors. I just have to start coloring. So I cranked out that one pretty quickly. It was very relaxing. It did its job. And so I thought, you know what? I bet I can go through. And I try to only do one coloring in here a month. I don't want to get overwhelmed with it. And then if I want to do another black and white or mostly black in one of my design books, I just go to a different design book. So I am still kind of keyed up, like, still in the process of moving. A lot to do, a lot to get done. So I still wanted to, work on some things. And so I started another one in a different book. These are just past ones. That might be it. Nope, there's one more. So I think that's what we have thus far in the black and white book. Like I said, I'm only trying to do one a month in there. But I was still needing that meditation time, and I still didn't want to, have to pick out colors and think about stuff. So I was looking through my incredible insect designs. Oh, and by the way, these coloring inspirations, I should have said this at the top. These coloring inspirations I'm not doing slideshows. There's no deadline. If you run across this 2 years from now and you want to do it and you're inspired, tag me either on Instagram or here, and I'll pop by and look at your picture, your video, and I'll know that you were tagged. So there's no deadlines. There's no pressure to do them. Whenever you get inspired to do them, just give me a holler and let me know that you were inspired to do something. So I have a stack of books here. Some are old that I had to shoot my July and August pages for. Some are new that I've bought since already dropping off my coloring books in Oklahoma. But back to what I was saying. The other day, yesterday, I should say, I was still wanting to color because I needed that meditative time. So I started on a page in Incredible Insect Designs, which there's quite a few pages in here that would limit themselves well to a black and white color scheme, I would think. Not all of them, but some of them. And I found a couple, but this is the one I decided to work on. So in this one, these bugs have this strange outline, which I think is going to work well for the whole black and white scheme. It's also easy for me to stick in my computer bag with just, a couple of pens. And that way, while I'm traveling to where I'm going, I still, maybe at night in the hotel room, I can work on these things. And hopefully, by the time you see this, though, I'll be caught up. I'm so far behind on, YouTube watching and commenting. There's just not enough time for everything right now. But it's okay. I will eventually get caught up with my comments at least. So I thought today we would look through a few books. I thought about this one a lot and decided not to. But there's quite a few that would, this one might be cool as black and white. Look, it's already got a cool pattern. I thought we'd just flip through some books here quickly and discuss what I might like to do as a black and white book page, and maybe you would be inspired by it. Now, I was just looking through dark art, and I didn't really see anything. This is a new book to me. I didn't really see anything that seemed like it would lend itself well to black and white, but maybe we'll find something. I was also looking through my new Alan Robert Beauty of Horror Tarot, and it's already heavily black. I didn't really see anything there either that worked for me. But I was thinking, we're not going to look at all of these books. I don't think we'll really have time. I have very limited space on my phone. I'm thinking maybe one of these Sugar Skull books, Sugar Skull pages would lend itself well. Somebody said that was nachos. I think they're correct, and now I want nachos. So thanks for that, Sherry. Okay, I think it was Sherry. Let's see what designs we have. Maybe it would lend itself well to just a black and white. And I might, in the insect one, I might even deviate. I was thinking about, I don't know that I will because I came up with a good black and white design idea just after I thought of that. But I was thinking everything would be black and white and maybe one color in the background. Although when I'm finishing it, I don't know that I will have any colors with me in the hotel room, so I don't know about that. But I did think of a better idea. So where were we? This one has a nice design here that would lend itself to black and white. So, I mean, if you start out black and white and then deviate and add color, that's fine too. Whatever inspires you. I'm thinking, ooh, the background here would probably be cool as black and white. And then maybe the lava lamp color to pop. A thought. There's a lot of big open spaces here, so there could be some altering and then some black and white. Definitely done in the background and maybe the hair. Maybe this one. Maybe. Some I definitely would not want to do in black and white. Oh, that one might lend itself well to black and white. I think the background here is screaming for black and white op art, so possibility there. Some strong possibilities in that book. Now you have to be careful even though I use Micron and sometimes Le Pens, they do, here's the one I'm just working on, number 4. On the Amazon paper, they do tend to bleed through. On the Creative Haven, I know I was using Le Pen, and it is also bleeding through. So your double-sided coloring books, even though these are water-based markers, they're dark. You may want to be careful. I have this one, A Million Little Monsters. It's very Halloween-y, possibly something. And I was trying to figure out, this paper's pretty thick. Gosh, I don't have the other books with me. Are all her papers this thick? I can't remember. I mean, this is already halfway there for you. So, maybe. I have to really sit down and think about pages like this. Something to think about. But I I think probably something could be found in Jewelry Box and probably something in Magic Dreamland just because of the way they are designed. So I was looking through Magic Dreamland and I was looking for the possibilities. So I would think some, and I don't know if the pins are going to work on this paper. You're certainly going to have to test it somehow. I'd say turn this into a test page, but it's colored back here, so I don't know if that would work. Could maybe test up here, because if it goes bad, you can always just paint the background there. But this design seems like it would probably work well for black and white. It could be worked out to work like that. Quite a few of these seem like they would lend themselves well to black and white ideas, like this complicated flower pattern mandala thing here would probably lend itself well to black and white. This stripy thing back there would lend itself to black and white, and then you could figure out something to do with the hair. I think that would work. I want to do that fish page in color because it's super cool. I think this one would lend itself well to black and white. This looks very Zen patterny to me right there. Yep, that would lend itself. Oh, this one. Look at that background. That would be awesome in black and white. I think there's a lot in this book that would lend itself well to a black and white idea. Maybe something here. Maybe the focal point is all black and white and just one color in the background or something. I mean, any page could go black and white. It wouldn't matter, but some lend themselves easier than others, I think. Ooh, maybe this page. Cool. All right, let's flip on to another book. Any of your design and mandala books are going to be good for that, I should think. This mandala would be really nice black and white. Of course, that's very similar to my Amazing Patterns book, just a different artist. That would be good. And I was definitely thinking about possibly doing this in a Carla Magana book. Now, for these color inspirations, my goal is always one. I already did one, which doesn't count, and I'm halfway through another one. That one will count. If I do two, great, but I'm not aiming high. I'm just aiming for one. One is my goal in life. And like I said, no time limit. So let's see. See, Carla, it's kind of black and white already. She's done the work for us. I feel like it's possible. It's going to be a little more challenging than just a design page or a mandala page, but it's certainly doable, and I kind of want to try that in one of her books. Her books are for playing and being super creative. I think this one might be good for black and white. Ooh, I think that one would be good for black and white. This one's kind of halfway there already. She's kind of already blacked out this side of the hair. There's like little checkerboards there that you could do stuff with, little stripes there. That's a possibility. Yeah, I think there's a possibility for a Carla Magana black and white page. This fabric thing she's sitting on, that might be good for black and white. Maybe this page. Oh, something easier like this page. I think that would be excellent for black and white. Yeah. It's a little more simple. Again, maybe that one. I think the more complicated pages I would personally want to use color on just because they've got a little more detail. Possibly, but I still liked those simpler pages, those two simpler pages that we saw. So maybe I will do my dream and get to a Carla Magana page. And the last book I think we'll look at for the purposes of this, nope, there's one more I want to look at after this, is Mid-Century Modern Animals. We have a big group, the group buddy color this month, I think it's this month, is this page. Let's see, oh, I don't know about this page being black and white. Maybe. You'd have to add some lines, because there's a black line here. If you were to do the whole background black or something, that line might get lost. I'm not sure this is the best page for black and white, but ooh, that page might be really good. That page would probably be really good. That page. Ooh, definitely this page. Well, I'm sure there's lots in here that could be black and white. That's such a cool book. Okay, one more book. My book that I am saving from child abuse. It's Former Life and Child Abuse. There are many pages here that I still have to do that got child abused. I don't know that I would pick this page. Certainly this background would do well with black and white. Yeah, okay. We're not going to talk about that one. This one it's already halfway there for you, and it's just a wallpaper page, might lend itself well to black and white. Now, I don't know if the black would bleed through here, on here. But that's a good op art one. This has very op art design things going on. That would be cool in black and white. That's already halfway there for you. You just need to finish it. That would be cool in black and white. That one might be. Let's see if there's another child abused page. Well, I think this is child abused. We'd have to color those with some kind of paint. Possibly. If this design could work out to be black and white. Oh, gee, I don't know. That one, it's already done. So, ooh, something like this would be very interesting as black and white. It's very Mondrian-esque with some bubbles. And I'm sure you could just you wouldn't even have to do much to the characters, just maybe bold up the lines a bit. That one would be good as a black and white. This book would lend itself well to good black and white, I think. Ooh, that one would be cool. Ooh, that would be cool. Kind of 60s, 70s flowers as black and white. That would be super cool. All right. So there are some ideas for you. You can take it from here. And possibly I will see a black and white page from you in the very near future. Like I said, there are no time limits. There's no slideshow. There's no pressure whatsoever. Whenever you get to it, just let me know. Tag me somewhere. All right. I thank you for joining me. I appreciate your time. I hope you have a wonderful day. Live long and prosper. Bye-bye.